Aloha, and welcome to the Hawaii Travel Made Easy podcast, your go-to resource for planning an unforgettable Hawaii vacation. I'm Marcie, a mom of two and a Hawaii travel expert. If you're tuning in today, you're either getting ready to book your Hawaii trip or you've already booked it, and now you're wondering, how much is this really going to cost me? Let's be real. Hawaii is not a cheap destination. Between flights, hotels, food, and activities, the cost can add up quickly. But don't worry, I'm here to break it all down for you so you know exactly what to expect and how to budget smartly. Today, we'll go over the biggest expenses: flights, accommodations, food, activities, and transportation. Plus, I'll share insider tips on how to save money without sacrificing an amazing experience. So grab your coffee or your favorite tropical drink, and let's jump into the real cost of a Hawaii vacation. One of the easiest ways to save money on a Hawaii vacation is to travel during the most budget-friendly times of the year. Timing your trip right can make a huge difference in how much you spend on flights, accommodations, and even activities. So, when's the cheapest time to visit? Mid-April to early June, that's the spring shoulder season. There's also September to mid-November, that's the fall shoulder season. And you can visit after the holidays in January and early February, excluding MLK weekend. These times offer lower airfare and hotel rates, plus fewer crowds, making it easier to enjoy popular attractions without long lines. But what are the most expensive times to visit? That would be summertime, June through August. This is peak travel time for families since kids are out of school. There's also winter holidays, mid-December to early January. This is one of the busiest and most expensive times to visit Hawaii. And there's spring break, which can be anywhere between March and April. Prices spike as families and college students head to the islands. So, my pro tip is if your travel dates are flexible, use Google Flights Date Grid feature to compare prices across different departure dates. It can save you hundreds of dollars on airfare. Another perk of traveling in the shoulder season is that popular activities like snorkeling tours and luau's are easier to book, and you might even find discounts on excursions. Restaurants and food trucks are also less crowded, making for a more relaxed dining experience. If you're wondering when the absolute best time to visit Hawaii is, not just for lower prices, but also for weather, events, and crowd levels, I have an entire podcast episode dedicated to this topic. Be sure to check out When is the Best Time to Visit Hawaii for a deep dive into the best months to visit based on your travel priorities. Okay, first up, flights. This is often one of the biggest expenses when planning a Hawaii vacation. But with the right strategies, you can save hundreds of dollars. Let's break down what to expect and how to find the best deals. So, what are the average flight prices? Well, from the West Coast to Hawaii, it can be anywhere from $199 to $600 or more round trip. East Coast to Hawaii, you're looking at $600 to more than $1,000 round trip. And inter-island flights are about $39 to $150 one way. So, here are some tips to save. Book early. Flights are typically cheapest 2 to 6 months in advance for mainland travelers and 3 to 4 weeks in advance for inter-island flights. You'll want to use Google Flights or Hopper to track prices and get alerts when fares drop. Prices fluctuate often, so setting up notifications helps you grab the best deal. Consider flying midweek. Tuesdays and Wednesdays tend to be the least expensive travel days, while Fridays and Sundays are the most expensive. Use airline miles or companion fares if you have a rewards credit card or belong to an airline loyalty program. Alaska Airlines and Southwest both have great options for Hawaii flights. Check for Southwest Airlines sales. They frequently offer $39 or $99 inter-island flights, making island hopping much more affordable. Be flexible with your departure airport. Sometimes flying from a different nearby airport, like Oakland instead of San Francisco or Baltimore instead of DC, can save you a significant amount. And look at package deals. Sometimes booking your flight and hotel together through Costco Travel, Hawaiian Airlines, or travel agencies can save you more than booking separately. So my pro tip is if you're island hopping, book your inter-island flights separately from your main ticket to save money. Many airlines charge extra for multi-island itineraries, but booking directly with Hawaiian Airlines or Southwest can get you a better deal. Once you've got your flights booked, the next big decision is where to stay. Hawaii offers a wide range of accommodations, from luxury resorts and beachfront hotels to budget-friendly vacation rentals. Let's go over the costs and some tips to help you get the best value for your stay. Accommodation expenses in Hawaii can vary significantly based on the island, types of lodging, and time of year. First, let's look at hotel and resort costs. As of 2024, the average daily rate for hotels across Hawaii is approximately $378 per night. Let's break it down by island. Oahu is generally the most affordable, with an average daily rate of $306. Maui is the most expensive, averaging $656 per night, driven by luxury resorts in areas like Wailea, where rates can reach $1,022 in peak seasons. Kauai is mid-range with an average daily rate of $459. And Big Island, which is also known as Hawaii Island, averages $442 per night. Many hotels and resorts charge additional fees ranging from $30 to $50 per night, covering amenities like Wi-Fi, parking, and pool access. This is all part of their resort fees. Okay, let's look at vacation rentals. In 2024, the statewide average daily rate for vacation rentals is approximately $339. So what are the pros of vacation rentals? You get more space, often offering multiple bedrooms and living areas, and this is ideal for families or groups. There's also kitchen facilities. Access to a kitchen allows for meal preparation, leading to potential savings on dining. But there are some cons, like the cleaning fees. Additional charges can be substantial, so it's essential to compare total costs before booking. And occupancy rates. Vacation rentals have experienced lower occupancy rates compared to hotels, with a statewide average of 60% in February of 2024. When choosing accommodations, consider the location and proximity to attractions. Staying in popular tourist areas like Waikiki on Oahu or Ka'anapali on Maui may be more expensive, but offers convenience. Alternatively, opting for lodging slightly off the beaten path can provide cost savings and a more local experience. Additionally, consider the length of your stay. Some accommodations offer discounts for extended stays, which can significantly reduce the average nightly rate. Always read reviews and verify the legitimacy of vacation rentals to avoid potential scams. So my pro tip is, if you're traveling with a family or a group, a vacation rental can be more cost-effective than multiple hotel rooms. Ensure to factor in all the additional fees and taxes when comparing prices to make an informed decision. Now that you figured out where to stay, let's talk about another major expense: food. Hawaii is a foodie paradise, but dining out can add up quickly. The good news? There are plenty of ways to enjoy delicious island flavors without breaking the bank. So let's talk about some average costs of meals, because I know that's a huge question people have. For breakfast, you're looking at about $15 per person. If you opt for a sit-down meal with fresh tropical juice and coffee, expect to pay closer to $20 to $25. Lunch averages about $25 per person. Plate lunches and food trucks can be more affordable, while resort lunches often cost $30 or more. And dinner, you're looking at about $45 at least per person, and this is higher at resorts. If you're dining at a fine dining restaurant, expect to pay at least $75 per person, especially if you order drinks or appetizers. There's also shave ice, coffee, and snacks, which can be $5 to $15 per item. Local coffee shops charge around $6 for specialty drink, while premium shave ice with toppings like condensed milk and mochi can cost up to $10. So, there are some ways to save. The first one is to eat local. Food trucks, plate lunch spots, and small mom-and-pop restaurants offer authentic Hawaiian flavors at a fraction of the cost of resort dining. Number 2, shop at grocery stores. Stores like Costco, Safeway, and Foodland offer pre-made meals, poke bowls, and snacks that are perfect for beach days or quick bites. Number 3, look at happy hour deals. Many restaurants offer discounts on drinks and appetizers in the late afternoon, sometimes cutting prices by 30 to 50%. Number 4, try farmers markets. You'll find affordable, fresh local fruit like pineapple, mango, and papaya, as well as homemade pastries, poke, and even prepared meals. And number 5, BYOB at certain restaurants. Some casual spots allow you to bring your own beer or wine, saving you from pricey bar tabs. Hawaii also has a great convenience store food scene. 7-Eleven and ABC stores sell surprisingly good spam musubi, sushi, and other local snacks at budget-friendly prices. Another tip is to split meals at restaurants known for their large portions, like The Kitchen on Maui or Rainbow Drive-In on Oahu. If you have access to a grill, picking up fresh seafood and cooking at your rental can be a fun and cost-effective way to enjoy a meal. So my pro tip is if you're staying in a condo or a vacation rental, cooking at least one meal per day, whether it's breakfast or dinner, can save you hundreds of dollars over the course of your trip. While food and accommodations are expected expenses, many travelers don't realize how much they'll spend on souvenirs. Whether you want affordable keepsakes or high-quality, locally made products, here's how to shop smart while supporting local businesses. So for affordable souvenirs, you can check out the ABC stores. These are perfect for inexpensive gifts like macadamia nuts, which can range from $8 to $12 per bag, keychains, which are about $3 to $5, and Hawaiian-themed tote bags, anywhere from $10 to about $15. There's also farmers markets. This is where you can find handmade crafts, soaps, and locally made snacks, which cost less than what you'd find at a touristy shop. You can expect to pay about $5 to $10 for handmade soap, $15 to $25 for small wood carvings, and $3 to $7 for tropical fruit like mango and papaya. Costco is another great place to buy bulk souvenirs, especially if you want to bring home Hawaiian chocolates, which can be $12 to $18 for large boxes, Kona coffee, which are $25 to $40 per bag, and macadamia nuts, which can range $20 to $30 for a large container. There's also Long's Drugs and Walmart. Surprisingly good spots to pick up affordable Hawaiian snacks, t-shirts, which can range from $10 to $15, and local beauty products like kukuina oil and body lotions, anywhere from $8 to $20. But what's worth splurging on? Hawaiian quilts. Handmade, intricate designs that start at $150 for smaller wall hangings and can go into thousands for full-size quilts. There's also koa wood carvings. Koa is a prized Hawaiian hardwood, and prices can vary based on size. Small trinkets can be $25 to $50, bowls are $75 to $150, and larger carvings are $200 or more. There's also niihau shell jewelry. This traditional Hawaiian jewelry is rare and highly valued, with prices starting around $100 for a simple bracelet and going up to $5,000 or more for elaborate multi-strand necklaces. There's also locally made ukuleles. Kamaka and Kanilea are the top brands, with entry-level models around $300 to $600 and professional-grade ukuleles exceeding $1,500. There's also Hawaiian artwork and photography. Frame prints are usually $50 to $200, and original paintings are anywhere from $500 to more than $5,000. These make stunning souvenirs that capture the beauty of the islands. So my pro tip is support local businesses by shopping at Made in Hawaii stores instead of big chain souvenir shops. These shops feature authentic, locally made products, ensuring that your money goes back into the Hawaiian economy instead of mass-produced imports. Now that we've covered the basics of flights, accommodations, and food, let's dive into activities. Hawaii is packed with incredible experiences, from luau's to helicopter tours, but not all of them are budget-friendly. Here's how to decide what to splurge on and where to save. So let's dive into popular paid attractions and costs. Luau's. This ranges from $100 to $200 or more per person. It depends on the location and level of experience. Premium luau's with fire dancing and gourmet food cost more. There's also snorkeling tours, which range from $75 to $150 or more per person, with boat tours to spots like Molokini Crater on Maui or Kealakekua Bay on the Big Island. There are also helicopter tours, which range from $250 to $500 or more per person. It's a breathtaking way to see Hawaii's valleys, waterfalls, and lava fields. There's also the Haleakala Sunrise Permit. It's only $1, but you have to book them in advance, and these sell out quickly. And there's the Pearl Harbor USS Arizona tour. This is free, but you must reserve early to guarantee a spot. So, what are some ways to save? I'd prioritize 1 to 2 big excursions and fill the rest of your itinerary with free or low-cost activities. Instead of booking multiple pricey tours, choose one bucket list experience and mix in more affordable adventures. You can also look for package deals. Some tour companies offer discounts when bundling multiple experiences, like snorkeling and a sunset cruise. Check sites like Viator and get your guide for deals. You can also use Groupon Hawaii for discounts on tours, luau's, and activities like ziplining, catamaran cruises, and ATV rides. Sometimes you'll find savings up to 50% off, but these are all hit or miss. You might skip the guided hikes and explore on your own. Many famous trails, like Diamond Head, Manoa Falls, and Makapu'u Lighthouse, have small entrance fees or are completely free. You can also visit state parks instead of booking expensive private tours. For example, Waimea Canyon on Kauai offers stunning views and hiking trails for just a $5 parking fee compared to costly guided excursions. You may also do a self-guided snorkel trip. So instead of paying for a snorkeling tour, rent or bring your own gear and visit spots like Hanauma Bay on Oahu, Black Rock on Maui, or Two-Step on the Big Island. You might also attend a free hula show instead of a luau. If a luau isn't in your budget, check out free hula performances at places like Kuhio Beach Park in Waikiki or the shops at Wailea on Maui. You may also plan a scenic drive instead of a guided tour. Drive the road to Hana on Maui, the Chain of Craters Road on the Big Island, or Oahu's North Shore for breathtaking views, all for the cost of gas. So my pro tip, some of the best experiences in Hawaii are free. Think hiking, beach days, waterfalls, scenic drives, and cultural experiences that don't cost a dime, but give you unforgettable memories. Getting around the islands is another important factor to consider. Do you need a rental car? Getting around the islands is another important factor to consider when budgeting for your trip. Depending on which island you're visiting and your itinerary, you might need a rental car, or you might be able to skip it altogether. Let's go over the costs and alternatives. So, what are some rental car prices? Economy cars can range from $50 to more than $70 per day. SUVs can range from $90 to more than $110 per day, and convertibles can range from $100 to more than $125 per day. And these prices can fluctuate based on demand and seasonality. There's also parking fees at hotels. Many hotels in Hawaii charge for parking, with fees averaging around $45 per night in areas like Waikiki. So, what are some alternatives to renting a car? On Oahu, public transit options like the bus are reliable and cover most tourist spots. Rideshares such as Uber, Holo Holo, and Lyft are also widely available. For Maui, Kauai, and the Big Island, public transportation exists, but it might not be as convenient for tourists, so renting a car provides greater flexibility to explore these islands. So my tips to save are to definitely book in advance. Rental car prices can vary, so it's wise to book early, especially during the peak seasons. You'll also want to compare rates. Use platforms like Discount Hawaii Car Rental, which I'll put in the show notes, to find competitive prices. This is where I always book my rental car. And consider local rentals, so some companies may offer better rates or terms compared to national chains. You'll also want to evaluate your itinerary. If you plan to stay in a resort area with ample amenities and tours, you might not need a car for your entire trip. So my pro tip is to always factor in additional costs like parking fees, fuel, and insurance when budgeting for transportation. By carefully considering your transportation needs and the associated costs, you can make informed decisions that align with your budget and travel plans. So speaking of planning ahead, another way to avoid unnecessary expenses is by packing strategically. Many items cost more in Hawaii, so bringing the right gear can help you avoid overpaying once you arrive. So packing strategically can save you money on your trip by reducing last-minute purchases. So I'd bring a reusable water bottle. Tap water in Hawaii is safe and delicious, so skip the overpriced bottled water. Many beaches and parks also have refill stations to keep you hydrated for free. You'll also want to pack reef-safe sunscreen. Hawaii bans sunscreens with oxybenzone and oxynoxate, and resort shops charge a premium for approved brands. So buy it before your trip to avoid paying double or triple. I once paid $45 for a bottle of sunscreen at a hotel gift shop, and I will never do that again. There's also snorkel gear. If you plan on snorkeling multiple times, bringing or renting gear from Costco can be cheaper than daily tour rentals. Many vacation rentals also provide free snorkel gear, so check before you buy or rent. You'll also want hiking shoes and beach gear. Buying sandals, hiking shoes, or rash guards at home is often cheaper than purchasing them in Hawaii. Plus, you'll have more options and can ensure they fit properly before your trip. You'll also want to pack light to avoid baggage fees. Airlines charge for checked bags, and inter-island flights have weight restrictions. So, consider packing cubes and wearing your bulkier items on the plane to save space. You might also want to bring a dry bag and a waterproof phone case. These are lifesavers for beach days, boat tours, and rainy hikes. They can be pricey in Hawaii, so buying them beforehand saves you money. You'll also want to pack insect repellent. Mosquitoes can be an issue in certain areas, especially if you're visiting waterfalls or hiking in the rainforest. Store-bought repellent in Hawaii is expensive, so bring your own to avoid paying extra. You'll also want to carry snacks for day trips. Grocery stores like Costco or Target sell bulk snacks at much lower prices than convenience stores near popular attractions. Packing a few granola bars or trail mix packets can keep you from overspending at overpriced tourist spots. So my pro tip is to check if your hotel or vacation rental provides beach gear like chairs, umbrellas, and coolers before renting them. Many properties offer these items for free, saving you both money and hassle of lugging extra gear. Now let's talk about some hidden costs. Even if you budget carefully, there are always a few unexpected costs that can sneak up on you. Here are some of the most common hidden expenses in Hawaii and how to plan for them. Resort fees. These mandatory charges are added to your nightly hotel rate and can range from $30 to more than $50 per night. For instance, starting in December 2024, the Royal Hawaiian increased its resort fee to $52 per night, while the Hilton Hawaiian Village charges $59 per night. These fees can significantly inflate your accommodation costs, so it's essential to factor them into your budget. In Hawaii, tipping is customary and expected. It's standard to tip 15 to 20% at restaurants, $1 to $2 per bag for bellhops, and $2 to $5 per day for housekeeping. For tour guides, consider tipping $5 to $10 per person for half-day tours and $10 to $20 for full-day excursions. These gratuities can add up, so plan accordingly. It's super important to tip in Hawaii. There's also taxes. Hawaii imposes a combined state and county accommodation tax totaling approximately 18%. This means that for a $200 per night hotel room, you could pay an additional $36 in taxes per night. Be aware that there are discussions about increasing this tax further, which could impact future travel budgets. If you're flying inter-island, baggage fees can vary by airline. For example, Hawaiian Airlines charges $25 for the first checked bag and $35 for the second. These fees can accumulate, especially if you're island hopping, so consider packing light or consolidating luggage. There's also parking fees. Many hotels and resorts in Hawaii charge for parking, with fees ranging from $30 to $50 per night. Some urban areas also have metered parking or paid parking lots. To avoid unexpected costs, inquire about parking fees when booking accommodations and explore alternative transportation options if feasible. So my pro tip is to always scrutinize the total cost before finalizing hotel or car rental bookings to avoid surprise fees. Review your reservation details carefully and reach out to the provider with any questions to ensure a clear understanding of all charges. By anticipating these hidden costs, you can budget more accurately and enjoy your Hawaiian vacation without financial surprises. All right, now let's talk about family versus solo versus luxury budgeting. Your budget will also depend on who you're traveling with and what kind of experience you want. A solo traveler, a family with kids, and a couple on a luxury getaway will all have different expenses. So let's break down some budgeting tips for different types of travelers. I'm going to start with family travelers. Vacation rentals with kitchens can save hundreds on food. You also will want to look for condos or resorts with included amenities like free breakfast or kids' activities. And skip expensive tours. Kids often have just as much fun at the beach or on a scenic drive. For solo travelers, hostels and guest house, like the Polynesian Hostel Beach Club in Waikiki, offer affordable stays. You can also use public transportation or ride shares instead of renting a car. And take advantage of happy hour specials and lunch deals to eat well for less. And for luxury travelers, book resort packages that include spa credits or dining perks. Private tours, helicopter rides, and fine dining are worth splurging on if you want an unforgettable experience. And consider business class flights if comfort is a priority. Hawaiian Airlines offers great lie-flat options. no matter what your budget is, set a daily spending limit so you don't overspend by accident. All right, with all the money you're investing in your trip, should you also budget for travel insurance? It's not always necessary, but in some cases, it can be a lifesaver. So let's go over when it makes sense to get coverage and what to look for in a policy. So, why you might need it. This is if you're traveling during hurricane season, which goes from June to November. You've booked non-refundable flights or hotels, or you have a medical condition that could impact your trip. So what does it cover? Trip cancellations and interruptions, lost luggage or delays, and medical emergencies. U.S. travelers may be covered by their health insurance, but international travelers should check their policies. So my pro tip is to compare policies from sites like SquareMouth or Allianz and look for cancel for any reason coverage if you want the most flexibility. All right, we covered a lot. So let's do a quick recap of the most important budgeting tips to help you plan an amazing trip without overspending. So for flights, book early, track prices, and consider flying midweek. For accommodations, compare hotel versus vacation rentals for the best value. For food, mix in local food trucks, grocery store runs, and happy hours to save big. For activities, balance splurges with free adventures like hiking, snorkeling, and scenic drives. For transportation, rental cars can be pricey, so use alternatives if possible. Look for hidden costs. Resort fees, tipping, and taxes add up, so factor them into your budget. And be mindful of extra costs like souvenirs by bringing home something special. I hope this episode helps you feel more confident about planning your Hawaii budget. With a little research and planning, you can have an amazing trip without overspending. I'd love to hear from you. What's your best budget saving tip for Hawaii? DM me on Instagram at Hawaii Travel with Kids, or check out my blog for even more money saving ideas. If you found this episode helpful, please subscribe and leave a review. It helps more travelers find these tips. Mahalo for listening, and I'll see you in the next episode. Aloha.